Well, on any gun, you hand me or whoever a gun to say, I want you to shoot that gun. If there's two things I'm going to change, it's the sights and the trigger, almost on any gun. So on the sights, and most factory guns don't have the greatest sights. Sights on these are Warren Tactical sights, and what sets them apart is whatever kind of sight I shoot, the rear notch, I want it to have a very large notch, wide and deep notch. When you look at your sight picture, you see a lot of daylight around the front sight. And what that helps is, it helps in vision to be able to see fast. Very important. You're never going to shoot accurately any faster than you can see. And so, we shoot 4, 5, 6 shots a second sometimes, and when you're trying to watch that slide cycle back and forth, you see it a lot, but you see it front sight a lot better if there's more daylight around there. Now, bullseye shooting, or shooting where you're not trying to go very fast, is kind of the opposite. You want probably a little bit of a tighter notch, so there's less room for error. But that's not what we're doing. Most of the shots we shoot are not that hard to make. It's just a matter of how fast can you make it. That's what separates the different levels of shooters. So I like a fiber optic front sight too. Some people don't like them. The thing about a fiber optic front sight, of course, on an iron sight gun is you have to know when to use it as a fiber optic, and when you have to use the silhouette of the sight. And what I mean by that is on generally closer, faster targets, even to medium range, you're shooting at a speed where sometimes you simply see that fiber optic, and that's all you see coming back and forth. But when you go to make a hard shot, you really need to forget that fiber optic is there and actually just look at the silhouette of the sight. We all know what the sights are supposed to look like. We need to look at that. And what some people complain about is when they go to make a hard shot, instead of lining up the silhouette of the sight, instead of lining up the top of the front sight across the rear, they'll actually line up the top of the fiber optic across the rear. And the top of the fiber optic is a little bit lower than the top of the sight. So that would mean they would actually shoot high. These sights, the sights that I use, the Warren Tacticals and the Terran Tacticals, they actually are better because they're set very high, and the top of fiber optic almost the same as the very top of the sight. So, but it does definitely make a difference.